Should we be hearing anything?
You should be right about now.
Yes.
Oh, Jan, I'm hearing feedback from your speakers.
Still?
Jan? No,
Yeah.
I'm not hearing feedback anymore. For the moment. All of you received in some way, shape, or form an invite. An invite. Well, Keith, please read it for me.
Who did you say?
Me,
Keith.
Keith.
Oh.
Your name's a baby Keith. Search for the ancient pyramid in Peru. Explorer plans expedition to discover site of lost civilization. Lima, January 12th. Explorer Augustus Larking is planning an expedition to the southern highlands in Peru, where he hopes to identify the site of a pyramid long forgotten by history. Following the discovery of a number of gold artifacts in the region, Larkin believes that he's found the evidence that will lead him to their source. He is currently in Lima, planning the expedition, and is recruiting companions and possible backers.
You and your soon-to-be-known companions all made it known that they wanted to be part of this expedition. But before we get there, I will tell you what happens. You are standing in the dimly lit corridor of a hotel. Ahead of you is a hotel room bearing the number 410. 410. As you knock on the door, you hear a muffled cry and a movement within. A sense of foreboding grips you as you look at the faces of your companions. Something terrible lies within. With but a moment of hesitation, you rush through the door into room 410 to find what lies within and your destiny. The scene fades to black. All of you have responded to the invite or the message in the general paper. And there were a lot of applicants, but you people... What do you mean, you people? You people received the following invite. Louisa, could you read it for me, please?
What, all of it?
Well, no, just the legible parts, please.
Trans-Pacific Telegraphy. Thank you. You're joining the expedition. Stop. Please join me in Lima. Stop. Have booked your room at Hotel Mori. Stop. Meet 18 March at 7 p.m. at Bar Cordano. Giron Ancash 202, Distrito de Lima. Stop. Augustus Larkin.
As the narrative eye moves through the streets of a Southern American city in the 1920s, you hear the almost folklore sounds of radios as your taxi is passing them. It's a busy street. The country of Peru, the subsequent city of Lima, is a bustling town. In terms of people, it's nigh on 200,000, which is grand for most European cities at this time, and even most of the North American cities. As your cab passes through the city, Louise, you arrive at a restaurant/bar. This is the bar you were invited to. Bar Cardano. As you step out of the taxi and move in, you notice that this is quite an upscale establishment.
Feeling
It's
right
busy.
at home.
Sorry?
I'm feeling right at home.
Indeed. It's busy. The first thing you do is head over to the bar, and as you're sitting at the bar, describe your character. What does she look like?
Oh, I'm a tall woman wearing a blouse and long skirts. I got hair almost up till my shoulders, and I move brusquely towards the bar through the crowded room, and I elbow some dude out of my way, and I sit down at the bar, and I rap the bar twice, and I order a double whiskey.
Doesn't take long, and the bartender places the double whiskey in front of you. And you catch the eye of an elderly man, stately, if I may use this word to describe it. Peter, describe your character for me, please.
Well, Peter is an older guy, quite tall, and he's an archaeologist. He looks like he works in science, but also in the field, you know. And yeah, but he's a bit older. He's like 55, 60 years old, but he still manages. Has some nice, respectable spectacles. And as he nods to Louisa, it was, right?
Yeah. But you can call me Lou.
Huh. He looks around. Looks like they spared no expense here. I'm gonna enjoy this. You too?
Yeah. I'm sure we'll manage. So
Yeah.
why are you here? What's attracted you to respond.
He grabs the telegraph out of his pocket, puts it in front of him on the bar. Also looking around to see if other people are walking in. And he says, well, I'm an archaeologist, and I heard something about an ancient pyramid, and I have to say that's quite my specialty. So if I were to be one of the first people to find it, it would be quite a prestige, you understand?
Yes, I do. I do. I understand that you're already thinking about your legacy.
Wow.
Like, as you say that, you see him like, well, I can still walk the walk.
As long as you also talk the talk.
Sure.
And as you guys are talking, you notice a rather dapper looking man glance at the telegram that you protrude out of your pocket. Keith, tell me what your character is looking like.
Well, of course, he's a dashing young man with a lot of head of hair. Complete opposite of me, but yes, I divulge. So he's going to be wearing a shirt that's, he likes to unbutton 3 buttons. Let his little bit of hamburger meat pop out, and he just sits there, all casual, all sitting back. And then he spots the telegram. Who did he spot with the telegram? Was it Louisa or
Peter.
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 Peter. He leans forward towards her. Hey, old man. So you're
Yes.
on this expedition as well, and I take it.
Yes, I was asked to do it. So were
Oh,
you,
you-
I imagine.
Well, I wouldn't say asked. I volunteered for this stuff, but what do you mean? So, you're one of the big wigs then, ain't you? Then, if you've been invited.
What do you mean?
Well, I signed up for this stuff. So if you're literally being asked to come here, that means you know something about this place. What kind of work you do then, mate?
I'm an archaeologist.
See. So, been on any digs lately or anything? Or is this your first expedition? I don't know.
No, it's not my first. It's one of many, but I hope it's the big one.
The big one, you say? He looks over at the love. Can I buy you a drink, love?
Well, you just buy me another double whiskey.
Oh, likes the hard stuff, this one is. He'll be a good drinker, won't you? Alright, barman. 2 double whiskies up. You want one, old man? Looking at Peter. Want a drink, old man? Yes. You listening there? Still there,
Sorry,
mate?
I thought you were talking to the barman. Jeez, what would I drink? Oh, what is American whiskey called again?
Bourbon.
Bourbon.
Yes, I'll have a bourbon. Clean.
Looks over at Louise, a bloody yank. Anyway.
I'm not a Yank.
Yeah, you drink like one though, don't you? So.
Just like bourbon. What's wrong with that?
It's not the good stuff though, is it? You want a good scotch though, don't you, really?
Whatever, I'll have it.
Right, 3 scotches.
What? Hey, you promised me a double one.
Oh, well, double for the lady, because, she can handle a beer.
But can't you handle a whiskey, huh?
That's to be seen, mate.
And he puts 3 glasses in front of you, takes away the old dirty glasses, and just pours double whiskeys for a lot of you, and gives a wink to Louisa.
I stare him down.
He looks quite a bit uncomfortable after like a few seconds. Nods and turns around to serve his other patrons.
Good.
So, do either of you actually know this Augustus Larkin?
Nope.
Never heard of him.
You've just like left your country. Well, I can say that myself, really. We've all just like left our country on a person we don't even bloody know.
Well, I was already here,
Oh,
but I can use the money.
that's fair. So, barman, hey, is it? I don't know the barman's name. What's his name? Hey, barman. What time is it, mate? Where's the clock?
And he just nods to a clock, and it's like a few minutes, just a few minutes to 7 p.m.
Right, I'm going to spin round on my chair and look at the door. Pretty excited, lads. Go on.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
As you guys are talking and drinking, you hear the door slap open. And a young man, bursts into the room, panting like he has been running for quite some time. Glances at the clock. Juan, what does your character look like?
Well, he's a smaller than average local teenager who's basically a farm boy. And he's wearing like the local outfits, you know, like a big hat against the sun, like relatively light clothing.
Ah, they brought a carrier as well. Good.
Juan, you what do? You just burst in. You see it's like a minute to 7.
I walk up to the bar and I go to order a lemonade, and I go like, "Hey, bartender," and I accidentally like knock Peter's drink over. Oh,
Young boy.
sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Well, I don't imagine you were able to pay for it.
Peter.
So,
Peter.
yeah.
Before you actually respond, you see that this boy looks thoroughly Latin American,
yeah.
but speaks perfect English.
First, Peter would check if he's being pickpocketed right now.
That's racist, but okay.
It's the 1920s.
Racism hasn't been invented yet.
So you want me to do anything?
Roll a
Spot hidden.
Spot hidden, sure. Or sleight of hand. Well, either of those is a success, and spot hidden is an extreme success. You can tell that this boy is visibly disturbed that he bumped over your drink.
I grab him by the shoulder. Young boy, young boy. It doesn't even matter that you threw my drink like that. How come you speak English like this? That's a unique phenomena, really.
Oh, I don't know, sir. I just we get some tourists at the farm.
Tourists?
I pick up some words. Yes, I'm a guide, sir.
Ah. Are you going to guide us through this thing?
Well, no, senor. I'm just here. I'm here for the money. It's not much work on the farm right now. But I know the area. I can, you know. But I don't know the place of this place.
Peter looks around, looks to the rest of the group, says, "Who's going to tell us what is going to happen, really? It's rather strange, this."
Or is it 7 yet?
Must have been a minute. Looks at the clock.
As you're looking at the clock and you're saying like, who's gonna tell us what's happening? The bartender locks eyes with you and nods to the center of the room. And in the center of the room, you see a table with 4 empty seats and 3 occupied seats. And a man looking quite gaunt, large rims under his eyes. He looks like he's sweating profusely. Nods to you and gestures to the empty seats.
Well, let's do this. And Peter walks towards one of the empty seats.
Yeah, me
You, me
too.
lady?
Do you take your drinks with you?
Of course.
Alright, Juan.
I finished mine already.
Yeah, it's finished. And I order a new one before I walk over.
Alright, Juan. Are you joining them?
Yes. I try not to spill too much lemonade all over the floor as I move over to the table.
As you guys are moving to the table, you see 3 men sitting there. Let me get the book.
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and also 3. There's a man shaking drinks next to the table and pouring them. Let me just turn off this mixing cocktail sound. You see an African American man of average height, average build, with short hair and what you can tell, a habitual grin. He wears a tweed suit and sports a little fedora hat, milady. He's accompanied by a man with a pale, thin, white complexion. He has greasy blonde hair and pale blue eyes. He looks relatively young, but on the same side he looks like his skin is rather saggy and he has notable bags under his eyes. Next to him, staring daggers at the African American man, is a white man with a gaunt complexion, pronounced cheekbones, and deep-set, piercing blue eyes. The rather gaunt-looking man says, "Oh yes, please sit down. I invited you here. I might as well give you the food."
Evening, mate. What's one?
Good evening. Oh.
Yeah, I take it you're Augustus then, mate.
Yes. I am the man called Augustus Larkin.
My name's Keith. Pleasure to meet you, mate.
Well, good day. I can hear you are from the Australian
Oh, the Queen's
Islands.
finest, Aussie. Yep, Aussie born, mate.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Yeah, oi, oi, oi. Oh,
Ah,
no,
yeah.
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 Yes.
Oh, yeah. Please, old man, sit down. You are looking quite frail.
I take a
Picturing
seat.
him- Oh, God.
I fucking the guy.
Yeah, so, boy. I oppose you. You can sit down as well. And he stands up.
Gracias, senor.
You're welcome. And he stands up, and the African American guy stays seated, but the gaunt-looking man stands up with Augustus, and they both in unison say, "My lady, please sit down."
Well, I'll stand.
No, please sit down. I insist.
Nope. I'll
And
stand.
the gaunt-looking man, not the man that has formerly let him known as Augustus, said, "You sit down when the master asks you to sit down. So please, sit down, my lady." And Augustus said, no, if she wants to stand, that's okay. Her legs will get tired a little bit, and that is okay. But master, no. If she wants to sit down, she should sit down. If she wants to stand, she stands, huh? And the gaunt-looking man sits down, looking not quite disturbed, but annoyed, angry even. As Augustus looks at you as again, "My lady, if you want to stand, you want to stand. If you want to sit down, which I would like, but no, it is okay if you want to stand." Oh. And he sits down himself. Oh my God! You won. You make a lot of noise while you are typing.
Ching, ching, ching.
I'll mute myself.
Oh, thank you.
What is this all about, old man?
Did you just call me old man? You're the old man here.
Yes, sure. What is this all about?
What? I have to say, you saw the message in the paper. I selected you
Yes.
because you are the people I want to take with me on the expedition. This is... And he leans in conspiratorially and says, "I think we all are gonna be very rich." Very rich.
And famous.
Oh yes, of course. You are the archaeologist. You will be advanced in your field by miles.
Yes.
Miles, if I do not say leagues. The Keef. You are the Keef, right? You are the youngest man apart from the Juan. I'm sure you are here for the, well, apparently the police is here too, but you're here for the,
The
treasure?
money, mate. Yeah,
The
of course,
treasure?
the fucking money.
Oh,
Ah,
yes.
for the money, mate. I don't want the fame, I just want the money.
Oh. Yes, and you, lady, why are you here?
I'm here for the money, but did you see the police is here?
Well, they just drove by.
Hmm.
It's what they do a lot of the time.
Hmm. Okay. So, when are we leaving?
I arranged for the transport on the Monday. Right now is the Friday, so you have 2 days to get your affairs in order before we leave.
Well, I'm ready to leave.
I know you are ready. You look very ready. But the trucks, they have to wait until the Monday. It's a union thing, you know.
Fucking unions.
No, the unions, they are a thorn in my eye. But alas, what can you do, right? Oh, Juan, please stop typing on your typewriter.
Sorry.
So, do you have any questions for the mission or the adventure? Or any questions for me, your host, Augustus Larkin?
No, I'm good.
You look good indeed. Anyone else? You, the man, do you have any questions?
What do you think we're gonna find?
The treasure. Treasure and, well, let me show you. And he moves into a bag by his side and puts out a golden chalice. And next to it, a pendant. And the pendant is of a man standing like this, with squares on his chest. The golden chalice is gold imbued with what looks like emeralds.
Do I recognize the work? Like the origin, the culture of it?
Give me an archaeology check.
Ew.
You can spend 11 luck if you want to.
No, that's fine.
Alright, anybody else wants to appraise or archaeology-ish the things that he put on the table?
So, I haven't even got. I've got 1 in archaeology, so not me, mate.
You could still try.
Nope.
Gold, mate. I can see gold when I see it, mate.
Ah, yeah, you do. Juan, do you want to spend 6 lux points? Also, Peter, do you want to push the roll and tell me how you push the roll? But first, Juan, do you want to spend some luck points?
No, I'm gonna keep him.
Alright. Just looks good to you. Peter.
Can I, for example, grab it, like brusquely, to take a closer look at it?
It like brusquely would be the wrong thing to do, but like gingerly just picking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. If that's how you are gonna push your roll, I'll allow it.
Just like to get a close look at it, maybe to see details better. I don't know.
He said, "Yes, please. You're the archaeologist here."
So while Peter does that, I look around the room and watch for anyone, like spying on us or seeing gold and thinking, "Hey, that's interesting."
All right. Peter, I'll get to you in just 1 second. Louisa, roll me a spot hidden roll. Do you rolled a 93? Do you want to spend because like the corner of your eye just keeps looking like gold, 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 gold.
So I slap myself in the face and I push the roll.
All right. As you're looking around with your 47, which is a regular success, everybody is engrossed in their own dinner conversation. There are maybe one or two people that just glance to the side and then just like, not worth the trouble. This is a high-class establishment. Like, people have seen gold a lot of the times. They don't really care. Peter, you pick up these two pieces. And you can see that they are distinctly from different time periods. The first, the pendant of the man holding two rods or staves, is Tiwanaku, basically dating from the 5th century.
Okay.
The chalice, inlaid with geometrical patterns and turquoise emeralds, clearly dates of Incan design, probably from the 15th century.
I relay this to the group.
The Tiwanaku are a pre-Columbian civilization. They're not really in Peru, but close to the border of Peru in Colombia. Little is known about them because they never wrote anything down. It's just some background information.
Yep. I relay it to the group. Give my expertise on the matter.
Now, Michael. Oh, I'm sorry, you were talking.
Sorry, but if they're from different time periods, doesn't that mean that they're not from the same place?
They're from the same place. I was very lucky to meet a farmer who had a uncle who got into some sort of cave and found a lot of the interesting objects. From what I can recall, or what the farmer could recall, there were untold riches. in there. And I have to say, my luck in running into this farmer, it might be our luck. If you catch my drift.
What, you've already got 2 pieces of gold. Why do you need us?
Money. It's all about the money.
Yeah, but I'm thinking we're expecting danger here. What do you know about this place, mate? Like, what's protecting this?
Protecting? It's just farmers. Farmers and they, well, maybe a bit of snakes and 1 or 2 spiders. Not large spiders, but maybe the types that are, I don't know.
You're telling me 1 farmer and you 3 fellas can't handle 1 farmer?
It's not about the handling of the farmer. It's about the discovery. And bringing all the gold back to civilization.
So we're raiding a tomb then, ain't we, really? Bloody tomb raiders. If it gets me a paycheck, I'm there.
Oh, you will get a paycheck.
Yeah,
My
but we
calculation. Please, let me finish. If my
Sorry.
calculations are correct, none of us will have to work ever again. But also, not only us, but maybe our children and our grandchildren will never have to work again.
So this brings me on to my next question here, Mr. Larkin. See,
Yes.
I kind of left everything behind, mate. And if we're not leaving for another 3 days, I'm kind of up shit's creek without a paddle. Like I haven't got the heart to tell these 2 that I can't even afford the drinks I've just ordered them from the bar.
Ah, Mr. Keith, if I'm not mistaken. I got your rooms at the Hotel Murray. It's just $2 over. I will take care of the drinks and also the food that will arrive shortly. Is anybody allergic to the shellfish?
Ooh. That gives me bad gas, mate. I don't know if I can eat shellfish all the time. Ooh.
What kind of shellfish is it?
The shelly kind.
Okay.
More shell than the fish. You know.
I'll take it.
Good. Boy! Go fetch the waiter and
Si, senor.
tell the white man with the small mustache is afraid of the shellfish.
I put up my hands.
Like the moment your hand reaches to the sky, there is a man next to you said, "Si signor, per favore, ma verrà facile barbare."
Oh, hey, cabron. No shellfish for the white man over here.
Ah sì, no shellfishio, ma and he moves away. I do
Mr.
not.
Larkin,
I do not speak Spanish, so I am very racist in my Spanish deliverance of anything I say. Just so you know.
But it's okay because I don't speak Spanish either. I just know a couple Spanish words, and I have Google Translate open.
Hola.
Hola,
Buenos
supermercado.
¿Cómo está? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
¿Dónde está la
pasa?
biblioteca?
Biblioteca.
So that's your shellfish allergy taken care of, probably, maybe.
No, Mr. Larkin, I didn't say that like I'm afraid of it. I didn't say that. I just say I didn't like it, mate. Like, I don't like my food to come look like it's still, like, living and shit. Like, when people eat crabs and lobsters and they're breaking them open, it's just, oh, nah, just give me my meat, mate. Just give me a steak or something like that.
As you're talking, you see this gaunt man, this De Mendoza, who already gave lip to Peter, stare at you with daggers. And the African American man looks to you and says, Nah, son. I'm sorry, I'm copying your accent there. No, son. It's just being allergic and be afraid. It kind of translates to the same thing here in Lima. Don't worry about it. Let's just continue our conversation and have a delicious meal. And he's kind of vibing with the music.
Oh, how late are we leaving on Monday?
Well, we're leaving at the 8 o'clock on the AM. It is a far travel with the, I procured the, how do you say, the trucks, the men, and the provisions. It is a long travel, but we'll be okay. It's in the high mountains of the Peruvian highlands.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to leave. So,
Well, you will have to wait just a few days.
yes, I'm just saying I'm very excited.
I can tell. I can see your nipples.
So, I give Augustus a stare, another stare.
All right. As
Yeah, that was a little inappropriate, really.
as
Be
you're
forward, mate. Calm down.
as you're staring, give me a, well, let's say a intimidate check.
Oh, I'm spending those luck points.
All right. You are spending the luck points, and he looks at you. My lady, please. It was just the fun and games. I would not dream of addressing your nipples directly. Please forgive me. I am out of my mind by the drink, and he picks up a random drink off the table, on the table, and just like downs it. And it's your drink, Keith.
Mate, I'm already asking for provisions, mate. What the fuck? You can't just take them straight off me after you've given me.
I did not give you. I took it. You just ordered from my money. Slams it on the table.
Bartender!
And like
Another-
the
another
moment
ra-
you say
another
bartender,
round,
a man just. Buenas noches.
Jesus Christ, you come out of nowhere, didn't you, mate? Another round of drinks here. Yeah? Or you know, charge the old man over there. Mate, he's not old, but he looks a bit old, you know, he just looks haggard. Look at him, he's tired, mate. Get him some drink, bro.
Si, senor. Rapido. And he just runs off.
Rapido, come on, underlay, mate, come on.
Wow. He runs off. And like in no time, he comes back with double whiskeys, like around the table. And he puts one in front of Peter, one in front of Juan, who doesn't drink because he's underage, but fuck it. One in front of Keith, one in front of Luisa, one in front of Augustus, one in front of Luis de Mendoza, and one in front of Jackson. And everybody downs his drink in just one go. Except Luis, who is staring daggers at Jackson.
So what's his problem?
What do you
You're
mean?
bad.
That guy.
You're talking about
The
my
guy.
my
The guy
friend.
who's carrying daggers.
I do not know this saying the dagger staring. It is quite new to me, but this is my henchman, my confidant, my compadre, Luis de Mendoza. And the moment he says his name, he just looks up and looks you in the eye, Luisa.
Okay. Hi. What's your problem, buddy?
Keeps on staring. Doesn't say anything.
I stare back.
Are you trying anything or just staring?
I'm staring back. It's a staring match.
All right. Roll me a luck roll.
Where's the luck roll? Let's.
Main tab.
Oh yeah.
You try to remain eye contact, and you feel like you're blinking, like almost blinking, almost, and his eyes just stare at you with dead intent, and you can't. Your eyes are watering, your eyes are burning, and you blink once, and he just keeps staring. You lost.
I'm gonna tap my Mendoza, mate.
And
Lee.
you feel like it is not the fact that you are snapping your fingers, but the fact that Louisa lost, that he detaches his eyes from her and locks them with you, Keith.
Leave the Sheila alone, mate. Bloody hell. It was his first impressions and everything, mate. What's the beef, Keith?
And Augustus just puts his hand on the hand of Luis de Mendoza that's resting on the table, and Luis Mendoza just like he snaps out of something and just looks at Augustus and nods to Augustus, stands up, moves around his chair, pushes it to the table, and goes to the bar in a way that he can still see the table but is not part of the conversation anymore.
Augustus, you're gonna have to put a lead on her, mate. We can't have this all the way through the trip, mate. I mean, I remember you asked us here. Well, I volunteered, but you know.
And you know, he is my confidant. He is my... He looks out for me. He's a strong man, as they say. Where we're going, we might need it. You never know what the locals are up to.
Well, what are they up to, one? You're local, ain't you? Oh, sorry.
Senor, what do you... what do you mean, Senor? We're just...
Oh, is there anything we can get up to while we've got 2 days waiting around in Lima?
Ah, Senor, you want to party? You want to
course.
go,
Party!
You want like cocaine and hookers?
And on that note,
You want to go, dance the salsa?
on the note of salsa, cocaine, and hookers, let's take a small break because we've been playing for 55 minutes already.
Oh, that's a whole lot.
I
Wow.
know. Be right back.
BRBing, we're BRBing.
Wow, that was a good one, Luke, with the Sheila.
Leave the Sheila alone, mate.
Chunky boy.
Oh my god. How much was you just imagining Augustus as Strahd von Zorovich then with that voice?
Huh?
What's called
What?
it? When he was doing Larkin's voice, it just sounded like Strahd.
Yeah. But I have the same thing where you use that voice so often, you like slide into it when you try
Yeah.
to do something else.
And at the moment, I'm just imagining Louisa standing up with a shellfish dinner, just staring.
I was about to say I really hate that man to her. That's also a Jurassic Park quote.
No expense
It's-
spare. We're gonna do some more.
Let's see if we have more. Well, welcome to Jurassic Park is a hard one.
Oh, let's get the quotes up. Let's get all the quotes.
That's what I was doing.
You're gonna say life finds a way. Clever girl.
Yeah, but those are not quotes by John Hammond.
Yeah, but could have more. Could have them all. No, Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not disabling ad block. Fuck you. What are we gonna do for 2 days then? While we're waiting to go. Can we have a skipping montage?
Well, I'd like to do some research. Being an archaeologist, maybe find like a local library or museum.
We get a lovely one here to take you there, mate.
Yeah, Juan will know.
I don't know, like, is there a kitchen roll called Bounty in your country?
A what?
Like kitchen roll, like, you know,
Oh no, we have a chocolate bar called that way. It's like cocos pulp, coconut pulp on the inside and chocolate on the outside.
Coconut. Yeah.
But here's the thing about, yeah, well, we've got bounties, yeah, like that. We have bounties, we call them, but, oh no,
But it's
this-
also a
yeah.
slur in the Netherlands.
Oh, is it? I was going to say because there's there's a kitchen roll called Bounty in our country, and the advert is got a character called Juan Sheet. So every time someone's saying one, all I can think of is Juan Sheet.
Oh, no, it's a slur because like the chocolate bar, they use it when
It's like calling someone an Oreo, isn't it?
yeah,
Oh,
like on the
yeah.
outside, white on the inside. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
you called him an Oreo.
No, that's an American thing. We call them. What do you call them here? Oh, no. I don't think we do. We generally don't.
Yeah, it's a weird saying. Don't bother if you don't remember.
No. It's bounty. We call them bounties. Well, I don't, but. No. There's a comedian in this country that his
quick
mom
save
keeps
there.
calling him a bounty. And so there's a comedian called Ramesh Ranganathan, and he's Sri Lankan, and he doesn't know how to speak Sri Lankan or nothing, so his mom keeps calling him a bounty, even though she never taught him how to speak it. He's
Yeah.
tongue like. Pardon she.
All right, everybody ready?
Uh-huh.
So, Juan, you were
See?
kinda defending yourself.
I was?
Well, more or less. Or was I mistaken?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think
Like,
Keith
for-
was asking like if there's.
Yeah.
I think Keith was asking like, is there anything to do? And I was just like, party, salsa.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he is asking, like, you're local. What's there to do? And you were kind of telling us what there was to do, like party, salsa, cocaine.
Is that on the artillery, Mr. Larkin? Can we get some expenses for that?
No, I'm sorry, but yes, you must excuse me. I'm feeling quite under the weather. I will retire. Why? I've been planning and rather extensively and making sure you had a place to sleep. And place to sleep, and I have to front the whole bar tap, and I am just a bit tired. But don't forget Monday,
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Where?
And he looks for a second at Louise and turns back. In front of your hotel. In front of your hotel.
Why is your speaking such a hardship?
I'm just tired.
No, Pete, you just ask people about their afflictions all the time. Like, you hardly know.
Why
them.
not?
You got a point there, mate.
Just coming here for work, so I want to know how well people are before we go work in the jungle together, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, I lost a few teeth on the back, but this is in no way impeding my ability to traverse the jungle. In no way.
Well, buenas noches, Mr. Larkin. Domingo, you heard him, didn't you? He said he'd get the bar tab.
I think you will find Mr. Keith. That after our little expedition, the bar tab is the least of our problems.
But until then, Mr. Larkin.
Until then. Mr. Larkin stands up, nods to each and every one of you, and leaves. And as he leaves, Mr. de Mendoza follows him out. Mr. Jackson Elias looks at you all and says, well, now that he is gone, I have to say that I feel quite a form of trepidation on this excursion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Peter?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Didn't you get a kind of strange vibe from Mr. Larkin there?
Sure, but you're giving me one as well.
And he looks around to see if Mr. Larkin and Mr. Mendoza actually left, and leans in and says, my true name is Jesse Hughes. You might have heard of me. I am a investigator of the occult, and right now I'm investigating a death cult. I gave him a false name because I'm sure he is, by greater or less extent, involved in this death cult. I want to know if I can count on your aid when the time comes.
We still getting paid?
Yeah, do you pay?
I don't pay, but what's pay compared to ridding the world of a death cult, right?
No, I need money.
I'm sure there's ways to get money. I mean, he's got some objects. But And he looks at Peter like, I'm Jesse Hughes. You have not heard of me?
Have I?
Give me...
Oh, that's a history check, right?
Yeah, give me a history check.
Yeah, I read some of the descriptions.
You have read some of his work, but usually it's just like in like tabloids.
Hmm.
Like what he writes about is sensational. Most of the time it feels like it has no bearing to actual history that you know of.
Sure. I've heard of you, but I'm not really sure how your tabloidy thing makes you an expert on the subject matter.
I don't know how your extensive knowledge of history and culture makes you one of yours. If you
No.
haven't-
What I mean is I bring a scientist. You bring us a rock star.
That's another Jurassic Park quote for you.
Yes. Keep them coming, man.
Keep them coming. I know, but to be fair, Mr. Peter, if I'm not mistaken.
That's my first name. My last name is Cornelis.
Mr. Cornelis, you and I both know that the occult and the things surrounded by it are just mere trivial, and there's just a belief, like the belief in Christianity. It's all just superstition to a greater or lesser extent, but I have to say, I'm sure you agree with me that even to a lesser extent, the cults can be dangerous.
Like, I'm torn a little bit. Would this make sense to my character? Because, like, it is a world apparently with the occult in it. I'm not sure if, like lore-wise or universe-wise, this would make sense to my character.
Well, roll me another history check just for shits and giggles.
History.
You rolled a 98. Do you want to spend 23 of your luck points to make it a
No.
regular success? Well, in that
Hell no.
case, you are like listening to him and you're like, no, like history and the occult are two separate things. Like your history is, you can dig it out of the ground, you can study it.
Uh-huh.
The occult is just mumbo jumbo.
Stories.
Yeah.
Well, I keep myself to my findings, my books, my evidence. I'm not so sure about the occult.
I'm sure, but you have to be, you have to know some way of accessing this occult in your library. You must have passed it some way.
Everyone has read about the occult at some point in their life. The question is whether they went into it beyond the superficial interest.
Mr. Keefe, you must agree with me that there's more than meets the eye.
Don't pull your skin like that, mate. That was a bit ghastly. Ooh. No, the occult though, isn't it? They're just sort of like ghosts and like weird shit in it. Or like, I don't know, like your big fella Mendo. Who are we actually talking to at the minute? Are we still talking to Locke? Are we not, are we?
No. Jackson Elias, but he just told you that he is actually Jesse Huge.
Huge. Ah, mate, it's all mumbo jumbo, isn't it? Huge, man. Well, I'm just here for the paycheck, big man.
Juan, surely you can back me up that there's more than meets the eye in these worlds.
Sí, señor. There is Jesus and God.
El Chupacabra.
And the moment you say this, Peter, he looks at you and says, El Chupacabra. No, that's just lore, but the Karasiri. They say that's the truth. The vampires who suck the fat out of the body.
Me?
Juan, you have heard of this folklore. And Jesse, continues like, it's usually European-looking men that, and women and children that are, more or lesser extent, accused of being the Karasiri. It's like a Latin American folklore of the European vampire, but instead of drinking blood, it drinks the fatty tissue of the layman, and instead of just 2 pricks in the side of the neck, it has a large gaping hole in the center of the chest. What will they think of next, am I right?
Right.
Just tales you tell your kids just to keep them scared, mate.
Quite. I can introduce you to somebody who can tell you all about it. In fact, I only just met him, but he's a rather dapper professor. Nope. He is quite the level-headed man. His assistant, though. His assistant is the person that I think we should talk to after we talk to him, to be honest. His name is Professor Nemeniso Sanchez. And his assistant is Mrs. Trinidad Rizzo, but I think if we talk to Mr. Sanchez, everything will be quite in order. What say we meet at the local university around 8, and he looks at all the drinks and says, 9:30 tomorrow.
After that meeting, I'd like to maybe talk to some other people at the university to see whether there's more information about the area we're looking in, or...
Quite. I'm not sure there will be many people about because it's a Saturday and all, but I'm sure you can find somebody.
Excellent.
And if not, they have an extensive library that might shed some light on the subject of the lost pyramid.
Well, we got 2 days to kill, we might as well.
Quite. Juan, did you offer to take their backs to the hotel yet?
No, sorry, so you want me to take your bags to the hotel?
But not mine. I have residence here, but maybe theirs.
Senors? Senorita?
No, it's fine. I'll take my own luggage.
All incapable, Juan.
I don't really have luggage. I'll just hang about.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot there, Juan. Apparently they don't have any luggage, or they want
it's
to...
okay.
Quite. I know the struggles you and your people endure in these trying times. What do you say? I pay you a fair wages for not bringing their luggage upstairs. Juan?
You want some money, Juan?
Gracias, senor. Gracias, senor.
Well, you're very welcome. I know the plight of the working man, as they say. And he rifles through his leather portemonnee wallet, and takes out a few coins and just hands them to you.
Oh, senor. Muchas gracias.
De nada. All right, people. I say we have our shellfish and fish meal, Mr. Keefe, and retire. And we'll see each other tomorrow morning at the local. I'm sorry. Did you drop something? No. Oh, sorry. It was one of the bellboys. I say we see each other tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. at the Museo di Aqualogica et Antropologica.
Excellent.
All right. For now, I wish you all a pleasant evening in the rather dashing hotel.
You mean go another round, please, mate? Just bring the bottle. Remember, it's on the old man. She wants a triple, quadruple.
Yeah.
4 fingers there, barman.
And as you all drink Juan, are you drinking with them?
I take a sip and I go like
Ah, poor Juan.
Oi, no, senores.
Is it your first, Juan?
Por favor. Sí, señor.
I also had a hard time. Oh, wait, that's Seraphim again. I had a... I do this every time. I had a hard time with my first time as well, Juan. You get used to it.
So did Susan.
All hell's breaking loose around me at the minute. I'm trying to concentrate here, but there's a dog running around with a fucking going on a madman.
Well,
Let's go.
happens. Indeed. So, what are you guys doing?
Are we in the hotel we're sleeping at, or do we have to go there?
Well, you can go there. It's about a 5-minute walk to the Hotel Esperanza you are staying in.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get there, you just state your name and you get a key. It's not a large building, it's like 2 stories. So, 2 of you are staying on the first floor, 2 of you are staying on the ground floor.
Is there still a lot of police about outside?
No, there's no police outside at the moment.
I will head over to the hotel then. Drunkenly.
I go to the hotel as well.
We all stumble across the road.
Yeah, everybody stumbles across the road. Juan, you're the only one that is not violently drunk at the moment.
I had 1 drink.
You're old, so.
I go to Keith and I go, Senor, I want to go dancing. I know a place.
One mate.
Many pretty senoritas.
I think I might have to pass for the evening, mate. It's a bit too much.
Ah, senor.
Oh, mate. Oh, I don't know what's in that whiskey, mate. Oh, Jesus. Meet us here in the morning, mate. We're gonna go and rest this off. It's a bit too much at the minute. Been a while, you know. That's all I'm saying. Oh. But maybe send the lady up to my room later. You know. You know what I mean, don't you, Mom? Yeah, you do, don't you? Yeah.
See.
Yeah, good boy, ain't ya? And I rub his hair. Just walk off. Where's me room? And I stumble and fall asleep on the curb. You know what? He's got enough for me. Yeah. Wake me up in the morning.
Right, somebody posted in the chat a pinch of cocaine. Who was that?
That was me. It's one of the many things inside my my inventory.
Alright, so you kinda sober up for just a second while you're doing this. And you think the better of everything and just move on to your hotel room. Louisa,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I went over to the hotel. Drunkenly but steadily, because I am quite used to drinking. But it would be a bit much to say that I'm sober. And is Peter also heading over to the hotel?
Oh yeah, he's very pragmatically heading towards the hotel.
We're walking alongside each other to the hotel. So tell me, Peter, you seem the most sensible guy of them all.
Well,
What
thanks.
what do you think of this Jesse Hughes?
Well, in my experience, when you are the first to explore an area, you don't have much evidence to go by. You have to go by stories, legends, mostly. And as you probably know, the people that tell the most stories and legends are all idiots.
Yeah, I can agree
So
to that.
I already set my mind to meeting a lot of idiots on this journey.
And Jesse is one of them.
Well, we'll see. I haven't had much evidence to make that claim, but the observation is there.
Yeah, because I did feel that something was off with Augustus.
Oh, yes.
There was something not quite right about him and the other dude.
What was it?
Well, did you notice that they seemed in a hurry at the end to leave?
Yes. Why?
Well, I just felt it was very sudden.
Oh, yes. I mean, why were they leaving in such a hurry?
Yeah. So yeah, that's. I'm just thinking maybe Jesse has a point. That's all. Even if he's an idiot.
Well, a clock is right. A broken clock is right twice a day, so we'll have to go by that.
Yeah, let's.
I hope it's a good bed. I'd like to have a good night's rest before I go out.
And do science stuff.
Yes.
Both of you give me a blatant medicine roll.
I was about to ask, but I thought it would be perceived as a joke whether he had a stroke or not. I have a 1 for medicine.
Yeah, me
Well,
too.
with a 97, you fumble.
Close.
but no cigar. But you can spend 37 of your luck points, Peter, if you
I
want.
could, yes.
I take it you're not gonna?
You are right.
Yeah. Both of you were like, maybe he really needed to pee. Really needed to pee. It happened. We've all been there. Maybe he had like some form of diarrhea. I mean, it's really spicy, and he looked
On the
kind of
shellfish.
European, or kind of. Oh well, maybe it was the shellfish indeed.
Huh.
Yeah.
Ah. Can I also think a bit on the behavior, on their behavior?
Sure, roll me a psychology roll.
Yes.
He fucking what, mate?
It was a weird meeting, and with your 96, kind of feels like they've all have been drinking too much, like all of them. And you've been around men who had drank too much. They all talk a bit weird most of the time.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that wants to do anything before we set into the night?
No.
I don't like. There's not much to go by yet. I think I would like to do some stuff when we're done at the university.
So
Alright.
does the hotel has a bar too?
Of course it has a bar.
Okay. I order another double whiskey and take it up to my room without drinking it yet.
Alright. Felix, you went to your bed. Juan, you also have a room here. Are you also going to bed, or are you gonna do something else first?
I think I'm first gonna like try to find like some street musician or other, like some kind of party in the streets, and join them for a while. And then I'm gonna go get back to the hotel well into the night.
Alright. Um, Juan, you are finding a party. Like, it's a Friday night. There are parties in this town. And you see the girls dancing, you see the old man and the young man drinking. Give me a spot hidden roll.
Yep. Spot hidden. I'm not gonna spend the luck points.
Alright. All the senoritas dancing, the booties swaying, the alcohol flowing. You get pretty tired. And it doesn't take long before you feel like the sun will be up in just a couple of hours. The birds are already singing. So you know that the sun is coming up rather quickly. Are you staying up or going to bed?
No, I'm gonna go to bed.
Alright. All of you are heading up to your hotel room, going to bed. The only one that succeeded in rolls, I think, is Peter. if I recall correctly.
As in any role?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Without using luck. So Peter, roll me an archaeology check.
Oh.
All right. And roll me a history check.
I can't use my luck this time?
No.
No,
It's
this is
like
what you-
one
This
off.
is what you want. No.
This is what you want. You want to
Carry on.
fail
This is
these
what you want.
rolls. You want to fail these rolls.
Oh,
You're leveling
okay.
up.
Yeah. And
Okay,
roll me a
archaeolo-
You did archaeology.
history.
Now roll me history. Alrighty. I do recall it's a D10. I'm looking at Luke to back me up here.
Yes. It is
Alright,
a D10.
roll me a D10. So you add 7 points to your archaeology and roll me another D10. And you add 4 points to your history.
Sick. 7, so that is 82.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, am I allowed to change it this way? Or do I have to... Oh, wait, I have to add it like this, yes. Where do I do this? Like, there... Can I... Because then the points spent is 0. Like, does that matter?
No.
Okay, so... 82...
That's 83.
Huh? Oh, there's already a point in it. Okay. And history is 4 points, so that is... Oh,
79. Alright, untick your archaeology and history.
yeah. What is that for?
Well,
Just so you know, we
yeah.
should still level up.
You tick them the moment you succeeded on a roll without using luck points.
Ah.
And you know that the moment you are resting or leveling up, you can roll your achieved skill points with a tick, and you can level them up. It's called progression in your skills.
That's cool. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's how it works.
That's how it works. And as the sun is coming up and you're all waking up with a rather pungent hangover, especially Juan, who has gone to bed like 2 hours ago, you all get woken up by the bellboy banging on your doors. Señor, Andre. And I want to thank you all for a lovely first session.
Aw.
Yay!
Because
We didn't die.
well, that's a first.
Just you wait.
It's not over yet. Yeah, this was the first session in what I hope is a larger accumulation of sessions and maybe even a small or medium or large campaign, but we'll see
Okay.
how it traverses and if you guys like it. I do love the music though. Whatever happens, I love the music.
I love the time period.
Thank you all.
Ah,